Hello students, let's look at the area of a little bit more complicated composite shape. In this case, we will look at this figure here that looks a bit like a crescent moon, although not exactly. Or it might be a bit similar to some kind of snack. Do you know that? This one? That's what I meant. Well, for this shape, we have to maybe look at it a little bit differently. So for instance, you know that there is some kind of semicircle shape in this figure. Do you see that? There's a semicircle. However, it's not everything because I need to take away or subtract another smaller semicircle which is here. So I need to actually take away this part at the bottom here. So similarly here, you can imagine, so in this figure here, you can split it into several parts. So for instance, I see there is the big semicircle here. I'll try and highlight that so you see what I mean. So if we try and find the area of this semicircle, we will have the whole yellow part. However, of course, this is not what we want. We will later on need to subtract or take away the smaller semicircle which is at the bottom here. So later on we need to take away the red part. Okay? And then on top of that, we need to add the two semicircles which is at the bottom. So here there is one semicircle and here there is another semicircle again. And later on we need to add the two semicircles together. Okay, so let's try and do this one by one. First, I'm going to try and find the area of the yellow semicircle, the biggest one, so which is everything here. Okay, so this will be a semicircle with radius 3 plus 3. You see that? So the radius of the yellow semicircle is 3 plus 3, which is 6. Okay, so let's try that. So the area of the yellow semicircle is half times pi times radius, which is 6 squared. And we have the half here because it's just a semicircle, only half of a circle. For the purple one, the purple semicircle at the bottom here, we have a half times pi times radius, which is 3 squared. Later on, we need to take away this part out of the yellow one. But I'm just going to write down everything now first before we figure out the final result. For the blue part, because we have two semicircles, so here, area of a semicircle is a half times pi r squared. However, because we have two of them, we multiply by 2. But the 2 and the half cancels out. So in the end, we actually have one whole circle. And that makes sense because two semicircles make one whole circle. So in this case, I will have pi times the radius of the small one. If this is 3, the whole thing, then the radius of the small blue semicircle is 1.5, half of it, 1.5 then squared. So I'm going to take everything now in one go. So area of this shape together will be then the area of the yellow part subtracted by the area of the purple part, which is at the bottom. We take it away. And then we need to add on the two blue parts, which makes one whole circle, pi times radius 1.5 squared. We are going to enter everything in one go in our calculator now. So if we enter everything in one go in our calculator, you see here a half times pi times 6 squared subtracted by a half times pi times 3 squared, and then add on pi times 1.5 squared all in one go. Then we will get 49.48 to 2 decimal places, or you can also say it's 49 if it is to the nearest whole number. So 49.48 meters squared to 2 decimal places. Or you can say 49 meters squared to the nearest whole number. So try out the exercises in your packet and good luck.